Along the rocky shores of the Galápagos Islands, one of the most unique reptiles on Earth makes its home, the marine iguana. Picture this, a lizard that swims, that dives into the ocean for its meals. Creature straight out of a fantasy novel, but it's very real. Unlike any other lizard, these iguanas have evolved to conquer the sea, grazing on underwater algae and braving the powerful Pacific waves. They are living proof of nature's incredible ability to adapt. Today, we're diving deep into their world. We'll explore their exclusive island home, their fascinating behaviors, and the extraordinary adaptations that make them true ocean-going reptiles. Marine iguanas are endemic to the Galápagos Islands, which means you won't find them anywhere else on the planet. This remote volcanic archipelago, famous for its influence on Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, is their one and only sanctuary. They primarily inhabit the rugged, black volcanic shorelines, clinging to rocks and soaking up the equatorial sun. You can also find them in tidal pools and mangrove areas, always staying close to their food source, the sea. Their very survival is intricately linked to the health of these coastal waters and the abundance of algae. Because they are cold-blooded, basking on sun-drenched rocks is not just a leisure activity. It's a crucial part of their daily routine to regulate their body temperature after a chilly dip in the ocean. So what do these unique creatures look like up close? Marine iguanas can be surprisingly large, with males growing up to 1.5 meters, or about 5 feet long, and weighing around 12 kilograms, or 26 pounds. Their appearance is almost prehistoric. They have long, flattened tails that act like rudders, powerfully propelling them through the water. Their claws are incredibly sharp, not for fighting, but for gripping slippery algae-covered rocks in strong currents. Their skin is typically dark and scaly, which is a fantastic adaptation for absorbing as much heat as possible from the sun. During the breeding season, the males undergo a spectacular transformation, developing vibrant splashes of red and green on their bodies. This colorful display is all about showing off and attracting a mate, turning the rocky shores into a temporary art gallery. When it comes to diet, marine iguanas are dedicated herbivores. Their menu consists almost exclusively of marine algae. To get their food, they become true ocean explorers, diving into the sea-to depths that can exceed 9 meters, or about 30 feet. Once underwater, they use their short snouts and razor-sharp teeth to scrape algae off the submerged volcanic rocks. This diet presents a unique challenge, a massive intake of salt water. But nature has equipped them with a brilliant solution. They have specialized salt glands connected to their nostrils that filter out and excrete excess salt. This process often looks like they're sneezing out a fine mist of salt water, a behavior you'll see frequently if you ever watch them basking on the shore. It's a remarkable adaptation that allows them to thrive on a diet that would be toxic to most other land animals. These reptiles are highly social creatures, often gathering in large colonies that can cover entire stretches of a beach. It's an incredible sight to see hundreds, sometimes thousands, of them piled together. Within these groups, there's a clear social structure. Males are territorial and will fiercely defend their prime basking spots. They communicate their dominance through a series of impressive displays, including head bobbing, puffing up their bodies to appear larger, and sometimes even engaging in headbutting contests or biting. A huge part of their day is dedicated to thermal regulation. The waters around the Galápagos can be quite cold, so after a dive for food, they must spend hours basking in the sun. This raises their body temperature back to a level where their metabolism and other bodily functions can operate efficiently. Reproduction for marine iguanas is an annual event, dictated by the seasons after mating. The females embark on a journey to find the perfect nesting spot. They seek out sandy or soft soil areas, where they dig a burrow and lay between 2 and 6 leathery eggs. They then cover the nest and leave the eggs to incubate on their own for about 3 to 4 months. When the hatchlings emerge, they are tiny, vulnerable, and face a world full of dangers. Predators like herons, gulls, crabs, and even snakes are a constant threat. Introduced species, which we'll discuss later, also take a heavy toll on the young, but for those that survive these perilous early months, a long life awaits. Marine iguanas can live for over 20 years, ensuring the continuation of their extraordinary lineage. The adaptations of marine iguanas to a life in the sea are truly what make them so special. Let's recap these incredible features. First, their flattened tails, which they swish from side to swim with surprising grace and power. Second, their strong, sharp claws that allow them to hold on tight to underwater rocks, even when battered by strong waves and currents. Third, those amazing salt-excreting nasal glands that let them drink seawater and eat salty algae without dehydration. And finally, their dark coloration, which is perfect for absorbing solar radiation and quickly warming up after a cold swim. These features combined make the marine iguana the only lizard in the world today that forages in the ocean. A true pioneer of the reptilian world. In their unique environment, marine iguanas play a vital ecological role. By grazing on algae, they act as the gardeners of the intertidal zone. More said, helping to control algal growth and maintain a healthy balance in this delicate ecosystem. Without them, certain types of algae could overgrow and smother other marine life. Their droppings also contribute to the ecosystem by providing essential nutrients for the organisms living along the coastline. In this way, their presence is more than just a novelty. It's a key indicator of the health of the Galapagos marine environment. A thriving population of marine iguanas signals a healthy, balanced coastal habitat, making them a crucial species for scientists to monitor. Despite their amazing adaptations, life is not always easy for marine iguanas. They face a range of natural predators, including Galapagos hawks, herons, and crabs, which primarily prey on the smaller juvenines. However, the most significant threats today come from no-native species introduced by humans. Cats, dogs, and rats, which are not part of the natural Galapagos ecosystem, are devastating predators of both eggs and young iguanas. Beyond predation, climate events like El Niño pose a massive threat. El Niño warms the ocean currents, which causes the green and red algae that iguanas eat to die off, replaced by a type of brown algae they can't digest. This leads to widespread starvation and massive population declines. On top of that, human activities, including pollution, oil spills, and general habitat disturbance, add even more pressure on their survival. Given these threats, conservation efforts are absolutely crucial. Fortunately, marine iguanas are a protected species under the regulations of the Galapagos National Park. Conservation work is multifaceted. It includes strict habitat preservation to ensure they have safe places to live, feed, and nest. A major focus is on the control and eradication of invasive species like rats and feral cats from the islands where iguanas breed. Scientists are constantly monitoring the health and size of iguana populations to quickly detect any declines and understand their causes. Research into their biology and behavior provides valuable data for effective conservation strategies. Furthermore, responsible ecotourism plays a role by raising global awareness, generating funds that go directly back into protecting these iconic reptiles and their fragile island home for future generations. From their prehistoric appearance to their unique ocean-going lifestyle, marine iguanas are a true symbol of the extraordinary wildlife of the Galapagos Islands. They are resilient, perfectly adapted, and a living testament to the power of evolution. Protecting them isn't just about saving one of Earth's most unusual reptiles. It's about preserving the delicate, interconnected web of life that makes the Galapagos so special. Their story is a powerful reminder of the beauty and fragility of our planet's wild places. Thanks for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed learning about these incredible creatures, make sure to follow 4 more stories from the world's most unique habitats.